Hey, it's Amir. I'm the designer of Sigma, and today I'm here to walk you through our very new design system. And it's amazing. And I mean it when I say it's amazing. The thing is, 2 years ago, we decided to come up with our own unique design system. And since then, we started building towards it. We started refining it and learning a lot through the process. And now, after 2 years, we really wanted to take this to a whole nother level. So we took everything that we learned and just came up with something entirely different and entirely better. So there are a few things that's really interesting about this new design system. As you know, it really matters. A few things really matter when you're designing a design system. One of the key things is actually communication. You want to have solid, concrete type of documentation which you can actually share with your teams and everybody you're sharing the design with, so you can easily communicate the design language. And that's really important. And that's one of the very reasons that we decided to come up with our design system, because others out there were not really good. And the other thing about our design system is that it's not just a simple beginner UI kit. It's built with all the experience that we had designing small to medium sized to large products, in working in as a part of a small team or medium sized companies. So we know how it's like to really have this seamless. We know the challenges to really have this seamless communication with the other teams, and at the same time the challenges that you want to create something that's actually beautiful. And when you look at other design systems, because these little components are not designed really maybe carefully, when they add up, they don't really look good. So we wanted to design something that, just like a puzzle, if you actually try to build the whole puzzle, it'll instantly look much and much and much better. And at the same time, we wanted to really get into the craft and add some cool things to it. So without further ado, let's actually jump into it and let's show you what I mean by all these. This is our current landing page, and let's walk through the documentation. It mainly breaks down to two major sections, which are foundation and components, just like the previous version. And every one of these have beautifully designed thumbnails for each and every single one of them. And now we have added the sidebar on the left that you can easily scroll and go back and forth with any component or principle that you're looking for. So here's a look at what foundation looks, how foundation looks. Here's a look at how components look. But then there's another cool thing to it. Every one of these have these animated thumbnail to them when you open up one of these. So you see this little cool animation right here? Every one of these have it. So we spent a ton of time crafting every single one of these. And you can just play around and spend time with it. I think you're going to like it. And the other thing about the new completely redesigned architecture was that we wanted to kind of bring this sort of predictability and stability to the whole documentation, so you would actually expect what you're going to see when you're inside of every one of these components or principles. So these are structured in a way that would, in many cases, would repeat themselves. For example, you can see the philosophy. Well, you'll see the thumbnail, which is an animated short video, philosophy, anatomy, which breaks down how it's technically built, variants. Let's say on the buttons we have primary and we have secondary, and there's little descriptions about it to kind of get a better sense of how to use it and when to use it. And we have states. Then we have material, which is a cool one. We have decided to actually adapt the liquid glass, which is I think it's a marvel of design, designed actually by Apple. And we wanted to be one of the very first people to actually include it and start embracing it, because we think it's amazing. It really disappears into the experience. It brings delight to the experience, and we love it. So we have decided to reserve these actually material for the navigation layer. So it's included and built in the navigational component. So it's just easy as a switch if you want to like turn it to a liquid glass from a type of a flat material. And I'll show you in a second when we get to the Figma file and how the whole components work. And then we have do's and don'ts, and we have an example for every single one of these. So you can see here's another example. And the philosophy part is actually colorful. So menus and actions inherit an orange color. Selection and input is a different color. Look, you can see it here. Let me go back. Let's look at the toggle. Beautiful little animation there. Let's go to maybe segmented control. It's red, and then we go to the other one. Let's go to the tab bar. It's a different one. So it's really easy to recognize when you're looking at the whole documentation, and really comes handy when you're browsing the Figma file. And so jumping actually to the Figma file, it's pretty similar architecture with a little bit of differences for more convenience, but overall it shares the very same idea. And you can see every kind of like compartment has its own color, so you can instantly recognize it without like really zooming in and out. And all of them are designed with beautifully and carefully designed thumbnails. And so one other thing that I just want to mention and show you how it works is the liquid glass, which I'll get into just in a second. And you can see the components are here because it's needed in the Figma file, as well as the documentation, but in different places, so it's not really crowded. But you can always go through the documentation and get to the component whenever you need it, and it'll get you right to that specific component. So let's actually try playing around with the liquid glass a little bit. So let's say we want to use the let's say, what would look cool? I mean, let's try the calendar and the date picker. So I'm just going to copy this and maybe throw it somewhere, maybe in this file even, introduction part. Okay, if I just start using a component, and you can see that some of the components, which are like mostly something that you would want to kind of separate from the background, have these liquid glass built into them. So by just a tap, you can switch between the flat and the liquid one. So you can see that it has, let's go to somewhere that's more colorful. It has that kind of property to it, which we love from liquid glass, right? It just bends light, and it's just like every time I see this, I feel like the lights dancing all around the display, and I really love it. And it's just as easy on many components, and it's just built into them, so you could easily use them. So here, this was actually a really quick view of this all new design system of ours. There are so many features to this. It's completely new, and I think for me one of the very important thing as we were designing this design system is that actually we are product designers. We're designing products constantly, all the time. We're studying this all the time, and the thing is, we do use this every single time, so we know what's wrong with it. So we actually, this is something that we care about, right? When we encounter a problem, we go and fix it, and we really care about those problems. I think for me, that's the beauty of it. It's something that we actually use almost every single day. And that's what we're committed to. We will keep making it better. We will keep refining it. And we just simply want to create the best design system that's out there. And that's the entire thing. I hope you like the new one, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as we do. And I hope actually to see a lot of the things that you guys do with it. And yeah, that's it. Hope you have a great day. See ya.